Film ini dibuka dengan Henry yang sedang bekerja sendirian di sebuah pos tol pada shift malam. Saat pagi tiba, ia pulang ke rumah. Di sana istrinya, Debbie, menyambutnya dengan sarapan yang sudah disiapkan. Debbie terlihat sangat bersemangat seolah telah menunggu momen ini sejak lama.
How was your night?
Good. Okay.
Are you gonna go with me to Cindy and Bill's this weekend?
Sure.
I don't want to go to Cindy and Bill's. I want Cindy and Bill to come here.
You're talking about kids.
Of course I am. Henry, do you still love me? Because I know that you used to.
Sebelum Henry sempat menjawab pertanyaan Debbie, tiba-tiba terdengar ketukan keras di pintu. Saat pintu dibuka, sahabatnya, Eddie, datang bersama seorang pria bernama Joe yang tampak sangat sakit. Wajah Joe pucat, tubuhnya berkeringat, dan ia terus-menerus muntah. Melihat kondisinya, Debbie yang berprofesi sebagai perawat langsung berusaha menolongnya. Sementara itu, Eddie meminta Henry untuk menggantikan Joe dalam pertandingan bisbol mereka. Karena Joe terlalu sakit untuk bermain, tim mereka kini kekurangan satu pemain.
As you can see, he's not exactly game ready. So, what do you say?
It's November.
They keep the field in pretty good shape.
Oh.
So what do you say? Henry.
So where's this game?
Near Kaisertown, about 15 minutes away. Just pull right over here. So, hang tight. We'll be right back.
Namun tanpa sepengetahuan Henry, Eddie dan teman-temannya ternyata masuk ke sebuah bank untuk merampoknya. Henry yang tetap menunggu di dalam mobil tidak menyadari apapun. Tak lama kemudian, alarm bank berbunyi dan para perampok kabur, meninggalkannya sendirian. Security bank yang melihat Henry mengenakan seragam yang sama dengan para perampok pun langsung curiga.
Look, we know this wasn't your deal, Torn. These people aren't your friends. Why are you sticking up for them?
You're looking at 3 to 7, Henry.
The court sentences Henry Torn to 3 years in prison for the...
Hey, I'm Max.
Henry.
Henry, good.
Bank robbery.
Nice, clean, simple. I like it.
What are you in for?
Life. It's not like you got a lot of choices. There you go.
Keesokan paginya, Max berkata bahwa hampir semua narapidana pernah memiliki impian sebelum berakhir di penjara. Saat ditanya tentang impiannya, Henry mengaku bahwa ia tidak pernah memiliki impian sama sekali.
The real crime is not committing to your dream. What is yours anyway?
I'm not sure I ever had one.
About a dream? I mean, what kind of life's that? I don't mean any offense, Henry, but you're in jail.
How are you?
I'm okay.
There's something I have to talk to you about.
Okay.
I fell in love. I mean, it just happened.
It's all right.
You're not mad?
Anehnya, Henry menerima semuanya dengan tenang dan hanya ingin Debbie bahagia. Beberapa bulan kemudian, Henry mendengar Max bercanda tentang berpura-pura berbahaya agar bisa tetap tinggal di penjara.
The head of the board comes and says, "Okay, Max, but what are you going to do for us this time if we let you out? I'm going to break into your house and then I'll kill your dog. They set the house on fire, and I'll bite and I'll mangle and I'll tear the tongue out of everything that's breathing."
Scared the shit out of me, I tell you that. When's your review coming up?
Next month.
Everyone knows Henry's innocent.
I didn't do the crime.
Hey, but you got the time, so you might as well have done it.
If you did the time, you might as well have done the crime. I mean, it's skill.
You never told me your dream.
I'm living it. It's easy living in here. I got nothing to prove.
Permohonan pembebasan bersyarat Henry akhirnya disetujui. Setelah keluar dari penjara, ia pergi menemui Debbie. Namun ia terkejut saat mendapati Joe kini tinggal bersama Debbie dan menjadi pria di rumah itu. Debbie juga sedang mengandung, persis seperti yang selama ini ia impikan. Henry hanya bisa terdiam melihat bagaimana kehidupan mantan istrinya telah berubah.
That's everything you wanted. What are you gonna do now?
Honey, they're starting to arrive. You could be a distributor for Jin Chi. It's Korean kitchenware. Anyway, give it some thought. I just wanted to say thank you, for not giving up my name.
I don't know your name.
Tak lama kemudian, Henry kembali ke bank yang menjadi awal semua masalahnya. Saat sedang melamun, ia tertabrak mobil yang dikendarai seorang wanita bernama Julie.
You idiot! You weren't even looking where you were
don't get up. I'll call an ambulance.
He walked right out into the street.
No, I saw the whole thing. You were on your phone. You weren't even paying attention. Oh, they let you out, huh?
Yeah. Thanks.
Did you call an ambulance?
It's okay. I really am fine.
Hello, guy.
You look familiar.
Take a chance on Buffalo.
That's you.
Unfortunately, yeah. And, be more careful.
Saat membaca sebuah berita tentang percobaan perampokan bank melalui terowongan, Henry langsung menyadari sesuatu. Ia keluar dan melihat adanya jalur yang menghubungkan bank dengan teater di seberang jalan.
I figured it out.
You figure what out?
My dream.
Oh, the bank is your dream.
Yeah.
What kind of cockamamie dream is that?
I did the time. I may as well have done the crime.
Help you what?
Will you help me rob the bank?
I missed you, Henry.
Max jelas tidak tertarik dengan rencana Henry dan tidak memberi banyak harapan. Setelah itu, Henry pergi ke teater dan melihat Julie yang sedang berlatih untuk sebuah pertunjukan.
What's that? Must drink my coffee.
I'm sorry, Fierce is sick today.
What?
He's...
I'll pretend Fierce is here.
Come on in. You're performing, nothing comes out, you just performing. From the top, everybody.
I'm gonna grab some coffee.
Always
What are you doing here? Are you here to sue me?
No.
Good.
Keduanya lalu pergi ke sebuah kafe dan mengobrol. Henry memuji kemampuan akting Julie, sementara Julie berterima kasih karena Henry tidak menuntutnya atas kecelakaan yang terjadi. Di saat yang sama, Max menjalani sidang pembebasan bersyarat dan berhasil mendapatkan kebebasannya.
Hey, George. Where is your car?
I don't have a car.
Hey, let me in. Will you open up?
Max, it's gonna be okay.
Are you kidding me? This is your plan? No, this is 80 years ago.
No guns.
What? Oh, why?
Someone could get hurt.
That's very sweet of you, Henry. First thing we do is we go to this old bank kiosk and we'll see if that's there.
Now, which kind of account would you like to open?
My uncle, he put all his money in your vault when I was a kid. I mean, what was my point anyway?
Berkat pesonanya, Max berhasil mendapatkan informasi yang mereka butuhkan tentang brankas bank. Setelah itu, mereka kembali ke teater untuk mencari terowongan tersebut. Namun Julie tidak terlalu senang melihat Henry datang lagi, apalagi kali ini bersama Max. Untuk menutupi tujuan mereka, Max berpura-pura bahwa ia pernah tampil di teater itu.
I was just showing Henry the place where I used to perform. Excuse me, would you mind terribly if I took a look inside?
How you doing?
Great. Come and help. What productions were you in?
Some of the greats, Shakespeare, of course. Can I be a bit of a nuisance, please? I'd very much appreciate a small tour around the old place.
Well, I suppose it's okay.
Oh, great, thank you. Henry?
Sure, go ahead.
Is that your dad?
No, he's a friend.
Really? Because he seems like your dad.
The inner sanctum, like it was yesterday.
Down here. Bring back some memories?
Oh, indeed.
Saat berkeliling di belakang panggung, pria yang menjadi pemandu tanpa sengaja menunjukkan lokasi tepat terowongan itu dibangun. Max pun mulai memeriksa dinding-dinding di sekitarnya untuk mencari petunjuk. Tak lama kemudian, Max dan pemandu itu kembali dan mendapati Henry sedang bercerita kepada Julie bahwa ia baru saja keluar dari penjara.
Just got out of prison.
Prison?
Sounds worse than it is.
Really? What, are you a murderer or something?
No, do I look like one?
Oh, this place is just full of treasures. And I'll see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, Max has kindly offered to volunteer at the theater.
It's time to work, you lazy American.
What are you doing after rehearsal?
Why?
You like Chinese?
Yeah, right.
8 o'clock?
Sure. Stay out of prison.
Jula, please.
Yes, yes.
Malam itu di rumah, Max membahas rencana mereka untuk memindahkan tanah hasil galian terowongan ke atap. Sementara itu, Henry bersiap-siap untuk kencannya dengan Julie.
How do I look?
You look like Henry.
You gonna be all right?
Oh, yeah. We had a great day, kid. Go have yourself a nice dinner.
Sorry I'm late. Hi, Henry.
Hi. So how was rehearsal?
I feel like Duck. The problem is, I don't just want to be good. I want to be great. I just don't want my legacy to be a Buffalato commercial. And I gotta get out, before it's too late.
Sounds like a plan.
I hate fortune cookies.
I like them.
Setelah makan malam, mereka berjalan menuju sebuah air terjun di dekat sana. Di sana Henry akhirnya menceritakan bagaimana ia bisa berakhir di penjara. Ia bahkan bercanda dengan mengatakan bahwa kali ini ia ingin benar-benar merampok bank tersebut. Meski sulit mempercayainya, Julie tetap menikmati kebersamaannya dengan Henry.
You're gonna rob the bank that you already went to jail for robbing?
Yeah.
Hilarious, Henry.
Let's get some ice cream.
I can't believe I'm sitting here.
Neither can I.
God knows, I love my country. Page 21. Read the next line. Like it's real. Just say it to me.
You could blow me down. I just want you to believe in me like in the old days.
Again. I'm so glad I ran you over.
Me too.
Setelah ciuman tak terduga itu, Henry semakin terpikat oleh keberanian dan semangat hidup Julie. Berbeda dengannya, Julie adalah sosok yang penuh energi dan warna. Mengikuti perasaan mereka, keduanya pun menghabiskan malam bersama dan hubungan mereka menjadi semakin dekat. Keesokan harinya Henry dan Julie kembali ke apartemen Max.
The dirt from the tunnel goes on the roof.
It's all right, she knows.
She does.
I didn't know the dirt from the tunnel goes on the roof.
What do you mean you told her?
It's okay.
No, it is not. It's not kosher.
So what were you in prison for, Max?
I was a conference man.
So, essentially, you make people feel good, and then you rip them off. Aren't you guys worried about getting caught?
Well, I like jail.
Well, you are a criminal. You're a greedy little criminal.
Excuse me.
What?
Setelah sarapan, Max meminta Julie mengantarnya ke teater. Dalam perjalanan, ia mendapat sebuah ide. Untuk mendapatkan akses ke terowongan lagi, Max memutuskan ikut audisi pertunjukan tersebut. Kebetulan aktor yang seharusnya memerankan salah satu peran utama baru saja mengundurkan diri.
What? We could be digging right now.
We could?
Yeah, if we were in that damn dressing room. I got an idea.
What?
What if you played Lepakin?
I can't be Lepakin. I'm not an actor.
Well, you're not a bank robber either. You're doing that, aren't you? She said you were a natural. So, a natural is a natural.
There has to be another way.
No, this is the way. You're gonna be great, I swear to you.
What's going on?
You unprofessional!
Mr. Miladragovic.
Shit!
The West End.
You're a lucky boy. Well, go, yeah. Run book to that pandering populace. Ha!
Goodbye, Derek. I'm sorry.
We could have auditions this afternoon. I have a list of...
I can't hear you when you're yelling.
You mean Henry should play Lepakin?
Yes, so just give this a little think here, Julie. Look.
Tak lama setelah Henry mendapatkan peran itu, mereka akhirnya mendapat akses penuh ke ruangan yang terhubung dengan terowongan. Namun mereka segera menyadari bahwa menggali terowongan tersebut terlalu berat jika hanya dikerjakan oleh 2 orang.
Lower.
Henry. How does this shit pile of dirt? I think we might need another pair of hands.
You suck. No.
I suppose that's him?
Yeah. How are you, Joe? How's business?
It all fell apart, and now all I got is a garage full of dumb Korean plastic.
Listen, Joe. We might be able to help. So what do you think?
I think we should get some guns and go get the money through the front door.
Joseph, we're not doing one of those stupid robberies with tellers.
Henry.
Seiring berjalannya waktu, Julie mulai memahami Henry lebih baik. Ia melihat bahwa Henry sangat serius menjalani perannya dan selalu mendukung tim. Julie juga menyadari bahwa Henry bukan mengejar uang melainkan hanya ingin memulai hidup yang baru. Suatu malam, saat Henry, Max, dan Joe sedang berjalan pulang, tiba-tiba security bank yang dulu menangkap Henry muncul di hadapan mereka.
First I see you guys in the bank. Now I see you coming out of a theater behind the bank. I know what you're up to, gentlemen.
So what's on your mind, Frank?
Once a month, a truck goes to all our partner banks, takes up all the currency and brings it back home. 8 to 12 million held in our vault. Only a bunch of fools rob that bank any other time. I could help you with the alarms. I could be your guy on the inside.
This sounds like a setup, man.
Kembali ke teater, latihan terus berlanjut. Namun sang sutradara tampaknya tidak pernah puas dengan penampilan Julie. Ia terus menekannya hingga ke batas kemampuan dan bahkan mulai melontarkan hinaan yang keterlaluan.
Liar.
F you, Derek.
Yeah, then show us. Now, if you want to become a great actress, then you have to reveal. Maybe you want to die old, alone, unemployed? Is that what you want? Oh, that's right, Julia. Run!
5 minutes, people. 5 minutes, everyone.
Are you okay?
I hate him. I'm a good actress. I am a damn good actress. I've heard it my whole goddamn life.
What?
And I'm cold.
Tak lama kemudian, terdengar ketukan di pintu apartemen. Henry dan Max terkejut saat melihat Joe datang bersama Eddie. Eddie mengaku bahwa Joe telah menceritakan seluruh rencana mereka, dan kini ia juga ingin ikut terlibat. Namun sikap Eddie yang arogan langsung membuat Max tidak menyukainya.
Who's this guy? I know the whole story, and I don't dig.
Somebody tell me, who the hell is this guy?
I'm in, or you're out.
This poor guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Now, you please get the hell out of that chair.
Relax, old man.
All right. I know. Right.
What do you want, Eddie?
The American Dream.
Keesokan harinya, Max dan Henry pergi ke teater dan mengetahui bahwa malam pembukaan pertunjukan tinggal beberapa hari lagi. Henry mulai ragu dan mengaku tidak yakin bisa melanjutkan rencana perampokan tersebut.
I can't do it.
You can't do what?
I can't do this.
You forced me out of jail to help you. See, I got through my whole life with my mouth, bullshit. But now I'm gonna do something. Do you understand, Henry?
Take a chance on Buffalado.
Oh, I hate this commercial.
We have to do it opening night.
What?
Yeah.
So you're leaving?
I was thinking we could meet.
What?
I was thinking California.
You wreck my play. You make me an accessory to a crime. You're a bank robber, Henry. You're a bank robber. You.
Julie merasa dikhianati oleh Henry. Dengan hati hancur, ia menyuruh Henry pergi jika memang itu yang ia inginkan. Tak lama kemudian hari besar pun tiba, malam pembukaan pertunjukan sekaligus hari pelaksanaan perampokan bank mereka.
Tonight, my dear players, we can show our audience of our imagination. As we say in my home country, go out there and break some dicks.
10 minutes, people. 10 minutes.
Sesuai perkiraan, uang dalam jumlah besar akhirnya tiba di bank. Sementara itu, Henry tetap melanjutkan penampilannya di atas panggung sebelum diam-diam menyelinap untuk membantu aksi perampokan. Awalnya semuanya berjalan dengan lancar.
Where is he? Where is that old geezer?
Goodbye.
Go. Nice of you to join us, old man. Welcome to my world, bitches.
Mereka berhasil mendapatkan uang tersebut. Namun tiba-tiba, Eddie mengeluarkan pistol dan mengancam akan menembak Max jika tidak menyingkir. Ia lalu memerintahkan Joe untuk membawa tas-tas berisi uang ke mobil. Namun Joe tampak tidak setuju dan memintanya untuk menghentikan semua ini.
Listen, stay out of it.
Welcome to the party, Brando.
Come on, Eddie. We're here. We're done. Come on.
Shut up, Joe. No happy ending for you, my friend.
Oh, you animal!
Max.
Act 4 places, people. It's going very well, everyone.
Meski terluka, Henry tetap kembali ke panggung dan menyelesaikan adegannya. Sementara itu, Eddie berhasil dilumpuhkan dan dikurung kembali di dalam terowongan. Setelah masalah itu teratasi, Max, Joe, dan Henry pun kabur membawa uang hasil rampokan.
Stop the car. Joe, stop the car. Stop the car, Joe.
What the hell are you doing? He's leaving. I'll be seeing you. What's going on?
Let's get the hell out of here. Drive. Don't speed.
Di depan penonton dan Julie, Henry mengaku bahwa ia telah kembali. Meski tidak ada dalam naskah, ia mengatakan ingin pergi bersama Julie dan terus menyatakan cintanya. Julie berusaha melanjutkan pertunjukan, tetapi Henry tidak berhenti mengungkapkan perasaannya.
Well, you should have gotten on that stupid train. You made a mistake.
I'm not telling you how I feel.
No, don't pretend you care about me.
You think this is about money?
Yes.
It's never been about money. You know that.
My sister!
You need any help? Get out!
Lepakin, don't you have a train to catch?
Get out!
Anehnya, para penonton justru terbawa suasana dan menikmati momen itu. Bahkan beberapa dari mereka mulai berteriak agar Julie menerima ajakan Henry dan pergi bersamanya. Melihat reaksi penonton, sang sutradara meminta lampu diredupkan dan menyuruh Julie memberikan jawabannya.
I'm not afraid.
Yes, you are.
Of what, Henry? Tell me.
Meet me in Moscow.
Go with him!
Meet him in Moscow!
Lights down, 10.
Julie tidak mengucapkan sepatah kata pun. Namun dari raut wajahnya, Henry sudah mengetahui jawabannya. Ia akhirnya siap memulai lembaran baru bersama pria unik namun tulus bernama Henry.